Erriyon Knighton, at 18, has made headlines not only for his remarkable speed on the track, but also for a series of controversies, and the whole world is watching his every action. Erriyon Knighton is experiencing something that can be described as a nightmare. Be ready, guys, as we look at the ups and downs of Erriyon Knighton's climb to fame, as well as the controversies that have surrounded him. Let's speak about who Erriyon Knighton is, prior to the mess explosion about his controversies. This child was the buzz of the track world back in the day. Although he was just 17 years old, he was already shattering records left and right, leaving seasoned competitors in his wake and mouths on the floor. Knighton, who was born in Tampa, Florida in 2004, made his athletic debut in 2021 by establishing a world junior record in the 200 meters in 1984 seconds. Through his participation in the Olympics, he established himself as a rising star by being one of the youngest athletes to participate in the Olympics in decades. However, with popularity came great inspection, and Knighton soon found himself at the heart of a number of disputes. Let's get into details of his controversies, but before that, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you will get the notification whenever we post amazing videos like this. One of the first incidents that caught the public's attention was a bold claim made by Knighton on social media. He tweeted at the beginning of 2022 that he was capable of outrunning the famous Usain Bolt when he was at his peak, and he became the talk of the town. People were saying, could this be the next Usain Bolt? Despite the fact that many of his followers admired his self-assurance, some believed that he went too far by using such a parallel. This tweet went viral and created a huge controversy online, with some people feeling that it was disrespectful to one of the best sprinters in the sport's history. The incident caused many people to doubt his level of maturity and his comprehension of the sport's history, even though he attempted to explain his comments. This incident in particular should serve as a warning to young athletes who are in the public eye about the potential effects of posting reckless comments on social media. When Knighton was getting ready to take what was supposed to be his victory lap on the international stage, another boom occurred. It was the doping scandal that was heard all around the globe. It is March of 2024. This is a standard drug test. The announcement of the findings was like a blow to the community of track and field athletes at the time they were made public. It was revealed that Erriyon Knighton, the most successful sprinter in the history of the United States, had tested positive for trenbolone. That being said, trenbolone is not your typical steroid for those of you who aren't familiar with the terminology around performance-enhancing drugs. Cattle are often given this substance in order to gain weight. When Knighton and his colleagues came up with an explanation, they came up with something that might be considered either the most inventive excuse in the history of doping, or, well, you decide. I am not joking when I say that they said that the positive test result was only attributable to a plate of infected oxtail that was purchased from a bakery in Florida. That's correct. They are arguing that some contaminated soul food is the reason for the entire worldwide issue. Then a plot twist occurs. The United States Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, has even acknowledged the validity of this reasoning. Yes, the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, USADA, examined the facts, scratched their heads, and then stated, you know what? It seems that this oxtail tale is true. They let Knighton participate by saying that there had been a sad case of meat poisoning, which they blamed for everything. You must be thinking, is the case over? The Athletics Integrity Unit, AIU, which protects the integrity of track and field on a worldwide scale, has arrived and said something smells fishy here, and it ain't the oxtail. After taking a single glance at the conclusion that the USADA ultimately made, the American International Union, AIU, has filed an appeal with the Court of Arbitration for Sport, alleging that the judgment made by USADA is not supported by sufficient evidence to substantiate the accusation of contamination. That being said, Because of a youngster and the choices he made over his dinner, we are now facing a full-blown international sports legal problem. Erriyon Knighton, who is just 18 years old, has made headlines not only for his extraordinary speed on the track, but also for a series of issues that have created conversations among fans and critics alike. These controversies have caused many people to take notice of him. Knighton's interactions with his coaching staff and his social media mistakes have been the focus of allegations again. There were rumors that he didn't like some of his teachers and often didn't listen to their advice. Knighton sometimes displayed a lack of dedication to training, which both supporters and specialists found confusing, according to those who were closely involved in the situation. Many individuals believe that young athletes, particularly at this vital stage in their careers, should express more thanks to their coaches and mentors. Knighton underlined that he values his teachers, but also understands the importance of starting his own in order to disprove these claims. This case illustrates how difficult it is for young athletes, who often have the ability to excel on their own, to find a balance between being independent and respecting mentoring. An athlete's growth and success are profoundly impacted by the quality of the connection they have with their coach. In addition, Knighton's early career has been marked by the immense burden of meeting high expectations. Being a record-setting athlete, he is always under media, fan, and criticism for every action. Constant stress may lead to burnout and anxiety. Knighton has openly discussed the enormous pressure that results from competing at such a high level. Someone who liked him started to call him overrated after a string of bad shows, and the criticism only got worse after that. As young athletes try to meet the high standards set by themselves, their coaches, and their fans, they may experience emotional and psychological strain from competing at a professional level. Mastering the mental obstacles that come with being a world-class athlete is just as important as having physical capability. How well Knighton handles this kind of pressure will determine how far he goes in the future. The sports community has also been divided over Knighton's training choices. He trained alone after leaving his old instructor. This choice sparked debate on whether a young athlete should pursue it. Expert says young sprinters should engage with experienced coaches to enhance their skills and techniques. Knighton said that he aimed to determine his perfect training regimen, stressing the need for personalization. Knighton's experiences show how difficult it is for young athletes to manage freedom with guidance. Knighton has also been criticized for sportsmanship. He clashed with a fellow racer during a tight race, drawing criticism and raising doubts about his track behavior. Such occurrences may damage an athlete's reputation and the sport's image. Knighton later said he learned from the fight and apologized for it. Any athlete must stay calm during tough situations, and how they manage competing emotions may shape their future. Athletics requires sportsmanship on and off the track. Knighton's event highlights the significance of sports professionalism, especially for prominent figures. Media and public opinion were crucial to Knighton's quest. Now, the social media world and news cycle are like fire. A single mistake may become a headline and distort reality. In this environment, young athletes like Knighton must manage public opinion as well as their track performance. Remember that Erriyon Knighton is still a youngster despite these problems. He is growing and learning, and his controversies may teach him. Knighton's resilience and desire to learn from errors show his character. Each obstacle allows him to improve his attitude towards sports and life. Knighton's development from these controversies will be remarkable. Fans and analysts will monitor his career ups and downs to see whether he can inspire future athletes. How he handles these issues will determine his athletic legacy. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell if you appreciate this deep dive into sports controversies. You never know when the next major controversy may break. Don't miss it.